Hey everyone, it's the Cinema Dude, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are in the kitchen today. Just give me a little more space. And we are going to look at some of my direct-to-video 80s and 90s action films. So I have kind of a short stack. I thought I had a little bit more, but just enough, I would say. So we're going to go through some, and let's check it out. The first one we have is one of the VHS ones, and this is the only one actually. This movie is not on anything else so far. It's only been on VHS, and that is Albert Pune's Hong Kong '97, starring Robert Patrick and Ming Na Wen. So this is from '94. And this is a screener copy, and I think I found this at either like a Goodwill or something like that, and for $2 for a movie that isn't on anything else, I was like, sure. And so this is like a typical kind of action thriller movie. It says, at 1 minute past midnight, July 1st, 1997, Great Britain's lease on the territory of Hong Kong will expire, and the People's Republic of China will be their new rulers. Reg Cameron, Robert Patrick, is a deadly corporate assassin who receives orders to eliminate a high-ranking mainland Chinese general on the eve of Hong Kong reversion to China. After he assassinates the general with his trademark twin Beretta 9mm, he finds out that the orders were given by his bosses to set him up. With a $10 million bounty on his head, Reg must race against the clock to escape from Hong Kong before the midnight reversion to China. However, his exit is against insurmountable odds, as the Red Army triad gunmen and his own bosses have set him up and are on his trail. And again, Albert Pune directed his film. He is, I think this week he said he isn't doing so good. So any of his movies, check him out. And this is Hong Kong '97. Then this is The Hard Truth. I went over this before in another video. Eric Roberts and Michael Rooker type film. Kind of like a heist film. So check out one of my past videos. I think it was like New in the Queue, where I discussed this one. Then we have Pierce Brosnan in Live Wire. Here's this from. Does not say on here. But I know originally this was supposed to be a theatrical release, and then they brought it over to I think it was like cable, and then it was direct to video. So again, another political action thriller. Pierce Brosnan plays Danny O'Neill, the FBI's ace bomb expert in Live Wire. His wife is flaunting her affair with a senator, the very man he's been assigned to protect against terrorist attacks. But his biggest enemy is the one he can't see. It's a lethal new bomb designed as water, held by a psychopathic terrorist played by Ben Cross. It's the most undetectable and deadly weapon known to man. In the tense final minutes, O'Neill decides the fate of his wife, her lover, and the entire Washington, D.C. That doesn't even make sense. So there's a misprint on the back of this DVD. So that is Live Wire. Then we get into, actually let's do this one first, and then we'll get into all like the sequels and things like that as well. I think I've shown this one too, and that is The Killing Man. And it says, with deadly efficiency, Harlan Garrett did the dirty work of street slime that runs organized crime. But when he's double-crossed, the government recreates his identity to carry out their sinister plans. His lethal skills become a tool for powerful forces to keep the civilian population under control. For Garrett, even his friends become his enemies as he fights against corrupt defense powers who have every weapon at their disposal. So this is from 1994, The Killing Man. Alright, so now let's hop into like the sequels and all that. and pseudo sequels and stuff. And first, we'll start with the fourth installment in the Bloodsport series, the one that started with Jean-Claude Van Damme. And this is, of course, Bloodsport 4, The Dark Kumite. And it says, when martial arts expert and cop John Keller, which is played by Daniel Bernhardt, infiltrates death row to uncover the truth behind the executions of several inmates, he joins the ranks of prisoners forced to fight the battle stage for pleasure by a sadistic Warren, played by Derek McGrath. The best fighters are then turned over to Caesar, an eccentric underworld madman. In Caesar's secret playground, Keller discovers that he must compete in the ancient Japanese event of Kumite, where fighters from different martial arts backgrounds battle for survival. But instead of fighting for honor, Caesar's Kumite is a spectacle of violence and death aimed at entertaining the most bloodthirsty of audiences. This is from 1999. I want to say this one is like a public domain release, I want to say maybe. Just because I feel like I've seen this a lot on different things, especially like something like this. This kind of one. But yeah, so that is Bloodsport 4, The Dark Kumite. Then we have this 4 films collection. And what we're going to spotlight here is American Kickboxer 2, which is Dale Apollo Cook in there, and that is from 1993. And it says, all hell breaks loose when a kickboxer with an attitude and a cop with a mean streak learn to team up to catch a psychotic kidnapper with murder on his mind. When Lillian's daughter is kidnapped, she fears she'll never see her again. The kidnappers demand $2 million in ransom. With her hopes fading, Lillian turns to her ex-husband Mike, a hard-nosed LA cop with a reputation, and David, her former lover, a kickboxing expert whose explosive temper is a lethal complement to his formidable skills. With a child's life on the line and the clock ticking, these 2 dangerous men embark on a desperate mission to save her. Let's see, and then what else do we have in here? And then we also do have like Blood of Heroes on here, of course, Kickboxer, and then Jet Li in the Black Mask as well. And then for this one, Kickboxer and American Kickboxer 2 are on a disc, and these ones are separate discs in there. And then we will go to the American Ninja series. I do have the first one, which did get a theatrical release. And this is from 1985. I want to say Canon, right? Did this? Yep, Canon did the American Ninja films with Michael Dukakis. Michael Dudikoff, excuse me. And so that is the first one, but we're looking at 2 and 3. And number 2 is the Confrontation. And it says, martial arts superstar Michael Dudikoff leaps into action this no-holds-barred adventure filled with explosive battles, deadly pursuits, and spectacular stunts, pitting a savvy American ninja against a legion of the genetically engineered assassins. American Ninja 2, The Confrontation, delivers the goods. And that's from 1987. And then 1989, it is American Ninja 3, Blood Hunt, and Evil with No Cure, A Warrior with No Fear. Steve James and Dave Bradley journey to the remote Caribbean island of Trinidad, expecting to compete in a prestigious martial arts tournament in this thrill-packed 3rd installment of the American Ninja series, and instead they find themselves in a contest for their very lives when a diabolically evil cobra unleashes a terrifying new biological weapon. And yeah, so Steve James is in the 2nd and 3rd one, and then so Dudikoff steps out. He does return, I believe, in the fourth one, though. So there is 2 and 3. I don't have 4, but I do have 5. And then it says in the back here, and this is from 92. It says, meet the Ninjutsu Kid. A 12-year-old learns self-confidence in the way of the ninja from a savvy mentor in American Ninja 5. David Bradley returns as Uncle Sam's slam bam answer to the ancient ninja tradition, and the Karate Kid's Pat Morita as unflappable Tatsu, adding to his winning martial arts world renown in the story that punches up its whirlwind punches with punchlines. Junior Karate National Champion Lee Raines plays Hero, a boy transformed by friendship and skills learned from the American Ninja, plunge into a fight to stop a madman from devastating the world with a vile new poison. The boy and his ninja master have only each other to rely on as they face the evildoers' countless guns and goons. It's fast, fierce, and fun, and action-packed enough for a boy to go from hero to hero. And again, so like I said, American Ninja 5. And then we will go to 2 that are like off-brand, I guess, that kind of sort of deal with the same stuff. And that's David Bradley, and then introducing Mark Dacascos, which is American Samurai. And it says on the back, it's Bloodsport with blades as 2 top martial arts masters draw swords. Raised from birth by a samurai master, 2 stepbrothers are torn apart by jealousy and rage when the family's sacred samurai sword is bestowed upon the adopted son. When the two are played by David Bradley and in his dynamic movie debut, Mark Dacascos, only one result is possible: awesome action. Vowing revenge, Kenjiro becomes a Yakuza gangster drawn to the deadly world of live blade fighting. The other son, Drew, becomes a journalist and travels halfway around the world to investigate the bizarre death of a fellow reporter, a search leading him into the Yakuza underworld and into the sights of his murderous brother. American Samurai is your ticket to razor-edged excitement. And this is from 1992. So yeah, you get all the American Ninjas, American Samurais, there's a whole bunch of. And then speaking of Kickboxer, and also American Kickboxer on the Sun, we also have a Godfrey Ho film, and that is The Fighter and the Winner, or The Fighter, the Winner, also The Kickboxer, The Fighter, the Winner, so a few different titles. So back it says, each fighter is a lethal weapon. And it says, the world of illegal kickboxing is a dangerous jungle. The fighters are surrounded by prostitution, loan sharking, drugs, and guns. Even before they enter the ring, outside influences force the 2 vicious crime lords are tearing these backstreet gladiators apart. The main event is set: 2 fighters, 1 winner. Honestly, it says it's from 2000 here. At least that's what the DVD says, as you could say. Kind of looks like a bootleg one, but that is The Fighter, the Winner. Then we will get into a few Vinegar Syndrome titles. 2 of these are out of print now. And then the other 2, I want to say, are still. But the first one is, and I've sold a few of these before. We have, of course, Martial Law and Martial Law 2 Undercover, starring, of course, Cynthia Rothrock. So I've shown this one before. And this one I was able to pick up when they did their restock sale last year, because I missed out on it. And then this was kind of the only VSA I wanted to pick up, and was able to get that. So the first one is Sean Thompson is a tough-as-nails martial arts expert, LA cop with a appropriate nickname of Martial Law. If a body is discovered bearing telltale signs of Dim Mak or Death Touch, Sean and his female partner Billy Blake, Cynthia Rothrock take on the case, which soon leads them to the ruthless crime lord Dalton Rhodes, played by David Carradine, whose kung fu fighting band of thugs is prepared to unleash bloody mayhem on the city. All the while, and unknown to Sean, his younger brother Michael has become one of Dalton's henchmen. And then in Martial Law 2 Undercover, or also known as Martial Law Undercover, when a body of a cop is found dead in a park, Sean Thompson and his kickboxing crime-fighting partner Billy Blake are hot on the trails of suspects, which leads them to a high-end nightclub where rich and powerful men are entertained by beautiful women in high-stakes martial arts fighting. Billy decides to go undercover in order to expose the shocking truth of the club and its patrons before more bodies turn up. So that is Martial Law and Martial Law 2. And those ones are from 90 and 91. Then here's another one that I've shown recently too. So I'll briefly go over it. And that is the Tiger Claws 1 through 3. And again, starring Cynthia Rothrock. And from 91, 96, and 99. And then, so Tiger Claws is when a body of local martial arts masters keep turning up with mysterious claw marks on their skin. NYPD detective and martial arts enthusiast Tariq Richards is put on the case, tasked with trying to stop these killings. Richards is teamed up with a new partner, the no-nonsense Linda Masterson, who is quite capable of defending herself in a fight. Together, they must track down this mysterious serial killer and uncover the secret behind the ancient martial arts technique known as Tiger Claws. In Tiger Claws 2, now a detective in San Francisco, Linda Masterson is surprised to discover a new victim with the Tiger Claws marking on his body. After contacting her old partner in NYC, Tariq Richards, Masterson soon learns the killer they put away has escaped and more bodies have been turning up with similar markings. Richards and Masterson must team up to stop these killings, but soon find themselves part of an ancient underground martial arts tournament with mystical roots. Another thing that I've noticed is a lot of these films kind of take the same kind of concepts of the martial arts tournament, which a lot of 70s martial arts did. A lot of the Bruceploitation kind of have the tournament and stuff like that, but a lot of the 90s ones too, especially the ones they have to do with kind of the crossover to ninjas or samurais or something, the Kickboxer series have that kind of, there's a tournament, here's all the people, and then in Tiger Claws 3, when the spirit of 3 ancient martial arts masters are resurrected by a criminal named Stryker, it's up to detectives Tariq Richards and Linda Masterson to stop them. But when Masterson is quickly put out of commission, Richards must team up with Stryker's former teacher, Master Jin. Under the tutelage of Master Jin, Richards must unlock a secret ability that lives within inside of him if he wants to defeat Stryker and his crew of mystical assassins. So that is the Tiger Claws trilogy. So as you can see too, it goes from like kind of straight, okay, like there's something going on, to dropping the world of like mysticism and things like that. And then these last two they still fall under these, but these kind of more came in prominence later on, just because either they didn't have a release or, especially with one of them, didn't have a release until probably a year and a half ago, maybe even now 2 years. And then the other one had a release from a while back, but again, and they're kind of so bad, they're good movies. And the first one is Miami Connection. And this is a new one that Vinegar Syndrome put out. And then, and I'll show you the next one. So it says, Dragon Sound, the house band of Orlando's #1 nightclub, is made up of 5 orphans and university classmates, all whom are experts in Taekwondo, with a musical mission to share the importance of love and friendship. One of their bandmates, John, is engaged in a budding romance with Jane, sister of Jeff, a kingpin in one of Florida's toughest drug-pushing gangs. A resentful rival band enlists the help of Jeff and his crew of violent motorcycle-riding thugs to exact revenge for their bruised egos against Dragon Sound. The five best friends are soon forced to put their fighting skills to the ultimate test, not just to defend themselves, but their entire community from the iron grip held over these narcotic trafficking hooligans. So this has the Miami connection, but then it also has on this one too, Escape from Miami, the original pre-release version of Miami Connection, which is restored as well. And this is from 1987. Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, why does it seem like it's like not fitting itself? And then last is New York Ninja. Again, kind of hitting the ninja craze. But this one, again, was lost for a long time. And then Vinegar Syndrome put it together last year. And kind of put the different voices in. Because the audio was gone of it. And made a new thing. So, yeah. So, John is just an average man working as a sound technician for a New York City news station until one day his pregnant wife is brutally murdered after witnessing the kidnapping of a young woman in broad daylight. Turning to the police for help, John soon learns the city is overrun with crime and the police are too busy to help. Dressing as a white ninja, John takes to the streets with as a sword-wielding vigilante hell-bent on clearing up the streets of the city he once loved by ridding it of muggers, pickpocketers, rapists, and gang members. However, in John's quest for justice, he soon finds himself the target of every criminal in New York City, including a mysterious villain only known as the Plutonium Killer. Will John survive to become the hero that New York City so desperately needs? And again, so this was shot in 1984, and then it was abandoned and then brought back in 2021. So that is New York Ninja. So these two, Miami Connection and New York Ninja, I believe are still available through the Vinegar Syndrome website. So in case you do want to pick them up this upcoming Black Friday for their sale, I would definitely, especially this New York Ninja one, it's a really, really good set. Really well done. So I would definitely check that one out along with Miami Connection too. But yeah, so that is my kind of stack of direct-to-video action films from the 80s and 90s. Comment below, is there anything that I should add? Anything that you know? I'm always looking out for those obscure ones and stuff like that. So shoot a line in the comments about that. This week we're actually going to do a video sooner than later. We are going to do a video on some Black Friday stuff that I'm looking forward to getting this year with either Vinegar Syndrome, possibly Severin. So get ready for that one upcoming this week. But again, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this real quick video. Actually, it's like 23 minutes, so actually not as quick as I thought. But yeah, so everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Hope everyone's doing well. And remember, be kind and rewind. See everybody later.